Looks like I'm live. Greetings, this is Jesse from Nintendo Dads with another Let's Play of Overboard. This game came out today, which is unusual for being a Wednesday. So, thanks to the developer and publisher Inkle for giving us a code. The description is: Get away with murder. Highly replayable detective game where you are the one who done it. From the creators of 80 Days and Heaven's Vault. Now, Heaven's Vault, I have a history with. If you don't know what I mean, go check out that video and find out. I did a stream on that back then. July 1935, a murder has been committed aboard the SS Hook 8 hours out from New York. Only one problem: you did it. Can you get away with murder? Blackmail a spy, fall in love, murder a rival, cheat at cards, drug a witness, lie, befriend, betray, console, sneak, seduce, steal, borrow, prey, eavesdrop, kill. There are clues, evidence, suspects, accusations, secrets, and lies. You'll need all your cunning, coercion, and charisma to ensure that someone else takes the fall. Highly replayable. One playthrough lasts about 30 to 45 minutes, but achieving the perfect crime run will take a lot longer. Can you get away with murder? This game is currently is marked at $14.99 on the eShop as a regular price, but on a sale for $12.74. So that's, try to do the math, 10 or 15% off maybe? I don't know. And my voice is already saying, you're not going to be talking for long. So maybe it should be interesting to see how well I do here. Let's start. Okay. Look at the settings. Speed of animations from text read. I'll probably want to increase that, but I'll leave it there for now. Profanity, sure. Vibration, yes. Okay. Oh, then I can reset to 8 a.m. if I want to start over. Midnight, July 3rd, 1935. Aboard the SS Hook, bound for New York. The Times. Villainies depart for America. Former starlet Veronica Vinsley set sails today for New York, accompanied by husband Malcolm. The pair, once dubbed a charmed couple, are now rumored to be in dire financial straits after a string of poor investments. Here's to more luck in America, lovebirds.
We stood together at the rail, Malcolm and I. I told him I could see dolphins playing in the wake of the boat. He leant over to see them. So I grabbed him by the belt. And I threw him overboard.
These are the weirdest game credits I've ever seen. It looks like it should be out of a Pixar movie or something. He's gone, really gone. Marvelous. Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Vinsley. But is everything alright? What should I say? Who's there? Steward, ma'am. What do you want? Captain says we put into Liberty Island at 4. And breakfast is still being served. But only until 9. Damn it, you overslept. I'll let my husband know. Mr. Vilsney is not in there with you? He's taking a bath. It's almost 9 o'clock. Wow, this whole conversation has been 8 minutes already? It's already 8:14. I'll tell him. Thank you, ma'am. Very good, ma'am. The steward thinks Malcolm was taking a bath. Alright, Veronica, be calm. Act natural. Maybe no one saw anything. Look around the cabin. The bathroom. Surprisingly, Malcolm is not in the bath. Whoops. There's a bottle of tablets by the little sink. Sleeping tablets, strong ones. Oh, Veronica's little helpers. It's a wonder I woke up at all. Pocket them. Fix my face. One of my earrings is missing. One of my diamond earrings. Pocket the other one. I hurry back out into the cabin. The desk. There's a cast iron paperweight in the shape of a dolphin on the desk. What an ugly thing. God knows, but I hate dolphins. Pick it up. Thing's horribly heavy. It's like they don't want anyone to steal it. But who would steal this thing's horrible? Steal it anyway. The wind whips some whale like flags. So now the dolphin there. A little memento. The porthole is open. Look out across the water. Nothing but in the sea. Few floating shirts, no sign of America yet. Now let's just on the other side of the boat. Is that how boats work? Do something else. The bed. I fell asleep on the chase last night, so no one slept in the bed. Scrimple the sheets. The maid will know no one slept here unless... Ah. There, that's better. Get up. But there's no time for this. Let's leave. Where should Veronica go next? Chapel, forward cabins, the bridge, aft cabins, restaurant, or the smoking room, or the upper deck. Like, are they all kind of pulsing, or only... So the chapel and the upper deck is kind of pulsing. I think those are the only two. So let's start with, oh, the ship's bell too. Let's go to the chapel. I can be there at 9:13. The small chapel is tucked into the very bottom of the boat. I fall to my knees and bow my head. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, or something heaven. That's what you got? This is schoolgirl stuff. What do you want? I need some advice. You need my advice? You need a lot more than that, young lady. But go on. Spit it out. Forgive me? Not a chance. Go take a hike. I'm tired of you. The alms ball by the door is intended for donations. The money goes to an orphanage for children of lost sailors. It's empty. Get your nose out of there. I hurry out of the chapel. Well, that was kind of funny. Let's go to the deck. Well, that'll take a half an hour to get there. Maybe. Well. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of time gets spent either way. Hey K9, thanks for watching. My earring, no, it's not here. I'm standing by the rail as Lady H swans by. Oh, Veronica dear, are you quite well? You look awful. My husband is missing. I haven't seen him since last night. Really? Husbands are terribly unreliable. Worse than motor cars, and yet you still have to crank them. I'm not joking. Now don't fret, my dear. I'm sure he's just been taking the air. We missed you at breakfast, dear. Everyone was very worried. Why? Was absolutely flooded of tears. She looked like a leaking cistern. We all thought you might be able to talk some sense into her. I should go and see her. If you think you can help. Honestly, I think that girl needs a good seeing too. By a therapist, I mean. Toodles! Oh, look. Up there on the bridge. Isn't that the commander? You mean Anders? Oh, you are playing it cool, aren't you? Hello? Oh, I do believe he's waving at us. She treats him to a wave of her handkerchief, then turns to a smile at me. You rather like him, don't you, dear? Please, he's staff. My dear, if you want to what you pretend to be, you have to realize that everyone is staff. She pulls a string of rosary beads from her pocket and she strides away. The deck. Did I remember ring here last night? Nothing here. No evidence that anything happened. The rail? Lean over by the rail and stare down to the water below. New York is in sight. I wonder if they'll realize he's gone before we land. From somewhere below I can hear Clarissa sobbing. Wait by the rail. 15 minutes idle by. Somewhere hundreds of miles away from the water is Britain. Miserable little Britain with its hunger marches, its children with tuberculosis, its grown men begging to be turned into dogs of the state. I had crawled up and out of it. No, I would never go back. Move on. Alright, visit Clarissa, I guess. The aft cabins belong to the Major and to Miss Clarissa. There's sobbing coming from a nearby cabin. Clarissa's door. Knock. Clarissa, you in there? Go away. Clarissa, let me in. You witch. I never want to see you again. I know what you did to him. I know. Have you seen Malcolm? Where is he? You don't know? Oh my god, you really don't know? What did you see? Please tell me. Go away. Do you know where he is? He's dead. You must know that. Go away. Leave me alone, you monster, you harpy. She collapses onto the floor of tears again, enough to spoil her bedsheets. How can she know? How much did she see? Knock again. Clarissa, go away. Meet me on the upper deck. Why? It's important. Trust me, I hate you. Let's knock one more time. Go away. I quickly duck down behind a potted plant. A few minutes pass by. Then Clarissa steps out and hurries up the passageway. She's gone. Try the door. Lock the door. Go back upstairs. I go back up to the upper rail, and there she is. Well, you wanted to talk to me? Out with it. Nearby Carstairs is leaning over the rail. It's quite possible he's listening. I can see you're upset. You need to get some more sleep and try to calm down. Don't patronize me. I saw him fall, Veronica, last night. It was horrible. I was in my bunk just writing something, and I looked up, and he shot past the porthole in front of me. I don't know what you're talking about. You wouldn't have done it except for you. You don't love him. Why didn't you let him go? You think he killed himself? It was all he could do. He loved me, but you left him no choice. I've heard enough. Go away, Clarissa. Go back into your cabin and cry. What are you? I hate you. Wait, I see dolphins. Squirrel? What? Where? Down there? She leans out over the side to see. I can see Carstairs watching us curiously. Not going to push her over if someone's watching. No, they're gone. You missed him. Just stop talking to me, please. And with that, Clarissa runs away, sobbing out her little heart. Miss Finsley. The young Englishman. Damn fine day, what? Incredible view. Don't you think? While he looks, I'm scouring the deck. Nothing. Do you think so? Just a bally lot of old water, if you ask me. Are you here looking for your diamond by any chance? I found it lying here on the deck like a bally fish. Lucky thing I did too. Might have flopped back into the sea. Showed it to the major and he jolly well diagnosed it. Diamond. Highest caliber. Look. Oh, I'm afraid I only found one though. Hi Slow-Mo iOS, thanks for watching. Malcolm would be furious if he knew I'd lost it. They're extremely dear. You should be more careful, old fruit. You're so right. I wonder how it got there. You came up on deck after me. Quite a mystery, don't you think? Shall we take a turn around the deck? Another time, perhaps. Right-ho. Good day to you. Put the earrings on. Let's go to the bridge. To reach the bridge, you climb a metal ladder from the upper deck. That's a terrible idea. The masterful Commander Anders is at the wheel. Wave to Anders. Commander? Mrs. Vinsley? Come in. The bridge isn't empty. There are a few duty officers about. And how are you faring this afternoon? Well enough. Have you been up here before? Never, I think. The view is quite impressive. Yes, indeed. The upper deck seems a long way down, doesn't it? See, there's Carstairs taking a stroll, calculating his winnings. He's a ferocious card player, you know. You know I was on watch here last night? I didn't know that. No reason you should have. It was a quiet night. Light breeze, no fog. Relatively good visibility. You saw something on the upper deck? Very clearly. You and your husband like to take the air at night. But did you know you're not the only ones who do that? Lady Armstrong also takes a stroll about that time. You're trying to play late and get a crack on the new... Well, I'm expecting news to drop sometime during the day tomorrow. With then, you know, the rumors are places is supposed to have pre-orders up Friday morning and midnight. Of course, that's while we were recording, so whether we can get one right away, I don't know yet, but I'm definitely going to be trying. Was she alone? The deck was well attended last night, as I recall. A few key characters on our little stage. Now, Mrs. Vinsley, I should perhaps return to my duties. Thank you for showing me the bridge. Perhaps you could show me more later? I would like that very much. Good day. Watch the horizon. I lose myself for a while in the endless sea. Watch the seagulls. Birds dive and scream overhead. They follow the boat, living off our scraps, all the way from Liverpool. Watch the waves. Water seems to churn around us, but never really move. We could be standing still or falling. There's no way to know for sure. Watch the flags. I lose myself for a while in the endless distance. Let's move on. The upper deck. You can see the rail clearly, but there's no one down there. Well, I'm still rocking the day one launch switch, so I'm ready for an upgrade. I told myself like 2 years ago that as soon as they release a Pro or some higher spec version, other than just a battery life improvement like the Mark II, I was going to get it. Well, I doubt they'll shrink the internal memory. Not that I store games on it anyway. I've got a 400 gig card in here. Alright. The chapel is the only thing blinking. Let's go there again. Skip to the good bit. Do you exist? Shall I spank you to prove it? Now take a hike. Yeah, my oldest daughter lost her Switch. Not really lost it, but she no longer has it. For reasons, so I might pass mine down to her. I haven't decided yet. Now take a hike. Okay, well that was fun. Let's check the smoking room. Someone's there. Oh, see, where's that? I don't know where that other person is. Let's check the smoking room. I haven't been there yet. The smoking room, seated in a heavy chair, is a man with an enormous walrus mustache. Carstairs is here too, quietly smoking. Good day to you. He salutes. Been stuck aboard this tug for a week, but I don't believe we've had the pleasure. The name's Suburban Major Sarbit Singh of the 14th Singhs. Retired, obviously, at your service. Veronica Versley. Oh, I know who you are. Chaps talk about their wives. Not very complimentary, I'm afraid. It's rather too, I'm afraid. Then you have me at a disadvantage. Ah, but perhaps that way you can lure me into overconfidence. Make conversation. Malcolm plays cards with you? Subdar Major, please. And that's right. And with Mr. Carstairs here, but between you and me, he's not really good at it. You must find him a new hobby. I'll bear that in mind. What's in America for you, Major? My old friend Pitts. We fought together in Egypt 20 years ago. He's only got one eye. I'm afraid he's quite a monster. What happened to the other one? One shouldn't ask a soldier a question like that. The answer is almost always horribly boring. What about you? What takes you across the ocean? Change of scenery. That's all. England can be so drab. Then I wish you every success. They say the wide open spaces of America are truly wide. It sounds wonderful. A bit of space never hurt anyone. Have you seen Malcolm? Not today, I think. If you see him... Yes? Tell him I'm looking for him. Very good. What do you think of my husband? Brutal, honestly? The brutalist. Yes, well, hard to say a good word about such a man. That's very good then. Yes, ma'am. Is that the time? It's late. I will ask the porter if anyone's seen him. The Major goes out. A few minutes later he returns, looking very grave indeed. Please follow me to the restaurant. I'm assembling everyone from first class. What's the problem? Please, after you. Less than an hour. Thank you all for coming. I apologize for gathering you all here. It's most unusual, but I believe something unusual has indeed occurred. Mrs. Vinsley, where exactly is your husband? Veronica killed him with her neglect, didn't you, Veronica? He's missing since last night. You told me this morning he was in the bath. I didn't say anything because I was hoping he would come back. The point is, something has become of Mr. Vinsley. So what has happened? He's dead. Dead because of her. I saw him fall into the sea. Last night he fell past my window as I looked out. Say nothing. You say you saw him fall past your window? He reached out to me like a ghost. This is absurd. Love is absurd, Veronica. If you weren't so heartless, you'd know. And I loved him. There, I said it. Bath, ocean. Yeah, right. You know, of course, one doesn't like to gossip, but Malcolm was on the upper deck last night, and he might have been up there with Miss Serpentine. They have very similar figures, our two women. Wouldn't you agree, gentlemen? It must have been Clarissa. Taking a moonlit stroll with my husband. Sorry? But I found your earring there just this morning. I mean, it was your earring, wasn't it? Of course it was. Then you must have been up there last night. I was up there much earlier. The weather yesterday was terrible till nightfall. Surely you remember. I rather think there's an obvious conclusion. Wait, there's more. As they went to blow, there was a splash. Say nothing. A splash, you say? I thought it was something falling off the boat until all this. The fact is, Mr. Vinsley is missing. The evidence we have is all circumstantial. Nothing to justify a firing squad, as my old field marshal used to say. Maybe Mrs. Vinsley was up on deck and lied about it. Does that mean she pushed her husband into the sea? I'm innocent. I didn't do anything. So what happened? He must have jumped. A rich newlywed man in his prime? Just threw himself into the sea? He had emotional problems. I didn't know when I married him, but it soon became obvious. He drank, he flirted, he threw himself overboard rather than face the future. And he left me alone. But I say, you were on deck with him, and you lied about that. I lied because of the shame. Do you know what it's like to be married to someone who betrays you every night? Can you imagine how that feels? And then the final humiliation to lose him? As if it wasn't enough to lesser every passing woman. Now he would rather be dead than be with me. So a man goes for a moonlit stroll with his very lovely young wife, then packs her off to bed, and hurls himself into the sea. I must be getting old, because I don't believe a word of it. It's your word against mine? Methinks Lady doth protest too little. But you're right, it's not good enough. You're free to go, ma'am. We can't stop you. I must advise the captain that Malcolm committed suicide last night. Stop. Aren't you forgetting something? I don't think so. No. Not you, Major. Him. Me? Silent. That's right, Commander. You were up on the bridge last night. With your binoculars. You must have seen exactly what happened. Commander? Well, I have been intending to discuss the matter discreetly with the captain himself, but since you forced me into speaking publicly... It was dark on deck, surely. You can't have seen anything. The moon is bright enough, ma'am, quite bright enough to see the upper deck. I saw Mrs. Vinsley on deck last night, and I saw something fall off the ship. I knew it. I have a nose for these things. Say nothing. You really killed him? I didn't. I swear I didn't. I can tell that you're lying. You're a terrible actress. I can see the truth in your eyes. The coincidences, they are too much. I have no choice but to treat this as a murder. Please come with me. The commander drags me by the arm out of the restaurant. I thought you loved me, Anders. I had dreams. You're very fine, Veronica Vinsley, but not fine enough to hang for. Just come with me. You better stay in your cabin until we dock. That's me. Perhaps you've heard of me? He says Mrs. Vinsley on the form. Welcome to America, Mrs. Vinsley. Enjoy your stay. America's not what I imagined. Sorry to disappoint. In you go now. Was dramatically arrested for the murder of her husband in the SS Hook put into harbor to Brooklyn. Mrs. Vinsley will be a guest of the Sing Sing Correctional Facility in somewhat less comfort than the window of a British aristocrat might be accustomed to. So, it keeps track of the number of attempts? Okay, what's that? Checklist. Okay, so I guess that gives you hints about how to progress. Use this button to autoplay using previous choices. Choices and greens are ones you've took before. So I'm not up to trying another run of this. The story is meh. You know, it's not really grabbing me. I don't. It'd be interesting to see how the game handles the hint system. I might try this again later, but right now I'm just not up feeling it. It's a perfectly fine to pause the podcast to attempt to purchase switches. I'll keep that option in mind. I'm sure we'll think of something if that happens. Anyway, so I'll stop playing here. Better than the other game I talked about, mentioned earlier. But yeah, I might give this another run or two just to see how it works. But yeah, I'm not really digging this. I'll talk about this a little bit more tomorrow night when we record. That's about all I can think of right now. So I'll end the stream here. Took a little more, about 35 minutes, almost 40 minutes. So yeah, that's about as long as it took to make a run. I'm sure other runs will be faster because I'm not reading everything out loud. So thanks, Episol, and thanks to the others in chat who are watching. We'll talk to you tomorrow night.